Hello, everyone. My name is Mila, and I am so happy you are here with me today. I have something exciting to share with you. Guess what? I am going to visit my grandmother today. She lives in a small town, not very far from the city. I don't see her every day, so this visit is very special to me. This morning, I woke up early. I packed my bag with some clothes, my favorite book, and a small gift for my grandmother. The gift is a box of cookies because she loves sweet things. I also put my headphones in my bag because I like to listen to music on the bus. I walked to the bus station. It was a sunny day, and the air felt fresh. At the station, there were many people. Some people were reading newspapers, some were drinking coffee, and some were just waiting quietly. I bought a ticket and looked for my bus. When the bus arrived, I got on and found a seat near the window. I like sitting by the window because I can watch everything outside. The bus started moving, and I felt a little excited. I smiled because the trip to my grandmother's house had begun. On the way, I saw many things. First, tall buildings slowly disappeared, and I could see smaller houses. Then I saw green fields, cows, and sheep. The sky was blue, and the clouds looked soft like cotton. I even saw a little boy flying a kite in the field. The kite was red, and it almost looked like a bird in the sky. That made me laugh. The bus was not too full, but there was a funny moment. A man sat in front of me and tried to eat a sandwich. Suddenly, his sandwich fell on the floor. He looked around, a little embarrassed, and then he picked it up quickly and smiled at me. I tried not to laugh, but I couldn't stop giggling. It was such a silly moment. After a while, the bus passed a river. The water was shining in the sunlight, and I saw some ducks swimming. I thought of my grandmother's town and how quiet and peaceful it is compared to the city. I felt more and more excited. The trip was about 1 hour, but I didn't feel bored. I listened to music, looked outside, and thought about what my grandmother might cook for dinner. Maybe soup, maybe chicken. She always makes something delicious. Finally, the driver said, "Next stop, Green Hill Town." That is my grandmother's town. I quickly picked up my bag and smiled and got ready to see her. My heart was full of happiness. When the bus stopped, I stood up quickly and walked outside. The air in my grandmother's town felt different. It was fresh and quiet. I could hear birds singing, and there were no loud cars like in the city. I smiled because I knew I was almost home. I walked down a small street with trees on both sides. The houses were smaller than in the city, and most of them had colorful gardens. Some gardens had roses, some had sunflowers, and one garden even had a little scarecrow. It looked funny, like it was waving hello to me. Finally, I saw my grandmother's house. It is small, with white walls and a red roof. There are flowers all around the garden, pink, yellow, and purple. I opened the little gate and walked to the front door. Before I could even knock, the door opened and there she was. "Mila," my grandmother said with a big smile. She opened her arms and I ran to hug her. Her hugs are always warm, like a soft blanket. I felt safe and happy. Come in," she said. I stepped inside and the house smelled amazing, like fresh bread and soup. The living room was cozy. There was a big old sofa, a rocking chair, and photos on the walls. I saw a picture of my mom when she was young, and I laughed. My grandmother noticed and said, "Yes, that is your mom in high school. She had very funny hair." We both laughed together. I gave her the small gift I brought. "I have something for you, Grandma," I said, and handed her the box of cookies. She looked so happy. "Oh, thank you, Mila. Cookies are my favorite. You know me well." Then her cat Bella walked into the room. Bella is a fluffy gray cat with big green eyes. She meowed loudly, like she was saying, "Welcome, Mila." I bent down to pet her, but Bella suddenly jumped into my bag as if she wanted to steal my cookies. I laughed and said, "Hey, Bella, those are for Grandma, not for you." My grandmother shook her head and said, "This cat is always curious." After a little while, my grandmother said, "You must be hungry after your trip. Let's have some dinner." And I felt so excited because I knew her food would be delicious. My grandmother led me to the kitchen, and the smell there was even stronger. On the table, there was a big pot of soup, some bread, cheese, and a plate of roasted chicken. My mouth started to water immediately. "Sit down, Mila," my grandmother said. She put a bowl of soup in front of me. I tasted it, and it was perfect, warm and full of vegetables. Grandma, this is amazing," I said. She smiled proudly and said, "I knew you would like it. It's my special recipe." While we were eating, something funny happened. Bella the cat jumped onto a chair and she tried to steal a piece of chicken from my plate. I quickly moved my plate away and said, "No, Bella, this is my dinner." My grandmother laughed and said, "This cat thinks she is the queen of the house." We both laughed and Bella looked at us like she was offended. We continued eating and talking. My grandmother asked me about school and my friends. I told her about my favorite teacher, about a funny day in class when someone's phone rang with a silly song, and about how busy the city is. She listened carefully, nodding and smiling. Then she started telling me little stories too. She said, "The town is quiet, but last week our neighbor's goat ran away. We all had to chase it down the street. Imagine 3 grown men running after a goat. The goat was faster than all of them." I laughed so hard, I almost spilled my soup. After dinner, we cleaned the table together. I washed the dishes, and my grandmother dried them. She said, "You are very helpful, Mila. Maybe I should keep you here forever." I laughed and said, "But Grandma, who will take care of Bella if I stay?" When everything was clean, we made some tea and went to the living room. The sofa was soft, and the cat curled up next to us. The room was quiet, and I felt so relaxed. It was the perfect evening to listen to one of Grandma's stories. We sat together on the sofa. The lights were soft, and the room felt warm. Bella the cat jumped between us and started purring loudly. I laughed and said, "She wants to listen to this story too." Grandma took a sip of her tea, smiled, and said, "Mila, do you want to hear a story from when I was young?" "Yes, please, Grandma," I said. I always love her stories. She began. When I was a little girl, I had a goat. His name was Max. Max was very naughty. One day, I tied him outside the house because I needed to help my mother in the kitchen. But when I came back, Max was not there. Do you know where he went? I shook my head, curious. He went into the neighbor's garden and ate all the flowers, every single one, red, yellow, purple, all gone. The neighbor was so angry she came to our door with Max, and Max still had petals on his mouth. It looked like he was smiling. I laughed so hard I almost spilled my tea. "Oh no, Grandma, what did you do?" She laughed too and said, "My father had to buy the neighbor new flower seeds." But Max never learned. Every time he saw flowers, he wanted to eat them. He was the funniest goat in the world. I could not stop giggling. I imagined a goat running around with flowers in his mouth. Even Bella the cat looked at me like she was asking, "What's so funny?" That made me laugh even more. Grandma patted my hand and said, "See, Mila, life in a small town is never boring. Animals always find a way to make us laugh." I leaned on her shoulder and smiled. I felt happy, warm, and safe. It was the perfect ending to a perfect day. Thank you so much for spending this day with me and my grandmother. I had a wonderful time, and I hope you enjoyed the story too. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Your support makes me very happy. I will see you again in the next video with a new story.